bring us up to speed on this testimony. This is the second day of testimony for pitcher Andy Pettitte. He seems to be reversing course a little bit from what he said yesterday. Refresh us on yesterday's testimony and what's happening today.
Yeah, exactly. So this trial that's just taking place here in Washington, D.C., Andy Pettitte took the stand yesterday and said something he had said before, which is he testified that in this conversation that happened in either 1999 or 2000, his teammate Roger Clemens had basically told him that he had used this human growth hormone. He said it was a short conversation, but that was his memory. And what happened today is he effectively walked that testimony back. He was under questioning from Roger Clemens' lawyer, and what he said was that there was a 50-50 chance that he had misunderstood what Roger Clemens had said to him. At another point today in his testimony, he referred to the conversation as the conversation I thought I had. After he had given this testimony, the lawyer for Roger Clemens asked the judge he said the testimony was so shaky that he was asking the judge to instruct the jury to ignore it. So it was certainly an unexpected turn in his testimony, given that the story from Andy Pettitte had really been out there and had been seen as being credible.
Do we have any sense of what Pettitte's demeanor was when he was in the courtroom testifying against Clemens? I mean, obviously they, former teammates, friends. Did this seem to be an uncomfortable moment for him?
Yeah, what we're hearing from our reporter Devlin Barrett, who's been in the courtroom, he's there for the second day, is that it felt very awkward. He said that Andy Pettitte at times was trying to avoid his gaze. It seemed pretty clear from the vibe inside the courtroom that this was pretty uncomfortable for Andy Pettitte to testify against somebody that he played with on the New York Yankees and the Houston Astros, and who he considered a very good friend. In fact, they were so close that when they played together in Houston, Andy Pettitte wore Roger Clemens' old jersey number, the number 21. So clearly an awkward day for the two of them.
And Janet, remind us what is at stake with this trial and how long is it expected to go on?
Well, Roger Clemens is on trial for allegedly lying to Congress about using these performance-enhancing drugs. He's pleaded not guilty. If he's convicted, he faces the possibility of about a year and a half in prison. Now, this is the second time that he was tried on federal charges of lying to a House committee. His first trial ended last year in a mistrial before testimony from these key witnesses. So there's clearly a lot at stake. He would, in addition to facing a potential year and a half in prison time, obviously this would have a huge impact on the legacy of a player who was so significant in the game.
All right, Janet Adamy, she's editing our coverage on this trial, and Devlin Barrett is in the courtroom. Thanks for bringing us that. We'll continue to follow it on WSJ.com. Now, the rise of the $1,000 a night hotel room. This is the new standard among the wealthy. What do you get for that? We're going to show them to you and tell you about it when we come back. Hey there, welcome back to Lunch Break. I'm Wendy Bounds. Pampering is on the rise as consumers spend on spa treatments and high-end beauty products. Quentin Fotrell of Smart Money has been digging into the numbers on this. Some very